Check,
Count us
check
down.
your hair, check your lip.
5, 4. Hey everybody, welcome to our draft recap for the 2021 season. We are the Epic League, and I'm joined by almost half our league today. If you guys want to introduce yourselves, you say your name and your favorite player that you picked this year, and start off with you, Mo.
With me?
Yeah, and a fun fact, why not?
Fun fact?
Yeah.
All right. I am Hyrule Warriors, rebranded this year from last year's just complete destruction. I named myself the Destroyers, like Valiant, and we just got destroyed, ironically. So, rebranding and launching a full new PR campaign, new team, new franchise. I'm also going solo this year. So yeah, we got the Hyrule Warriors, and I would say McCaffrey, but that got auto-picked, so I can't really take credit for that. I think my favorite pick is going to be Kyler Murray.
Nice.
Hoping to have a good quarterback running the team for this season. Yeah, let's just hope he doesn't get hurt after like 2 or 3 games. Like we've had before.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And a fun fact?
Oh, fun fact about me?
Yeah.
I'm from Austria, for anyone who doesn't know. I'm like the total outsider. Yeah. And I know nothing about fantasy football. The first game I watched was the first one of the last season, so that's how much experience I have. Not that fun. It's kind of sad. But yeah, that's where we're at.
Nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
All right, I'll jump in. So it's Edwin. My team is the Shadow Band Big Ballers. My favorite pick, I would have to say, is Waller. I think he's going to go off round 2, tight end. Fun fact. What is a fun fact? I don't know. I named my team the Shadow Band Big Ballers because y'all probably never hear from me unless you see me right in front of you. So I feel like I shadow band myself. So y'all take care. It's good seeing everybody here.
Yes, sir.
I'm grateful for your donations to my championship.
He is he's the one here with the championship title.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Senor, my turn. So I am Lights Camara Action. My favorite player I drafted this year would actually be Patrick Mahomes. I have him in 2 other leagues now that I re-looked. A fun fact, with this league, my first 4 players were Kansas City Chiefs players. I'm actually a diehard, living, breathing Raiders fan. So I thought that was pretty funny.
Are you?
Yes.
And his fifth
fun
pick
fact.
is Coop.
And my 5th pick after the Chiefs players was an ex-Raider player. So there you go.
All right, so up next, hi, this is George. Bye week, but just because the name says bye week, don't take it that serious. It's definitely not going to be a bye week. My favorite player would definitely have to be Derrick Henry at the top, King. Fun fact, relates to King Henry. I'm a big LeBron James fan. Maybe the biggest one you know.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
remember you had the same bobblehead. You see that?
Yeah.
bobblehead there?
Oh yeah.
Actually, I have a
Tattoo.
tattoo of LeBron James on my leg.
Oh yeah.
The dedication is real.
So the next every game we go, we gotta hit you up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let's do it.
plan that.
I am your commissioner, Eddie, Red Zone Kings. My favorite pick this year has got to be Keenan Allen, the true weapon for the LA Chargers. Let's go. Bolts. Fun fact is I'm commissioning 2 leagues this year, more than ever. And I'm going to win 2 trophies this year. So I'm really looking forward to that.
Love the confidence.
Also a comedian.
Another fun.
So you just jump right into the draft. I guess let's just glance through each team and just give your overall thoughts. Let's start off with the first pick, right? Work our way down. Team Styrian Ravers,
Manfredo.
He had number 101, and most people would go with McCaffrey. But right out of the bat, Manfred starts off with honestly not a bad pick. Alvin Kamara, who
Solid.
great pick. Still, true running back. The only weapon really that they have is in the Saints. I just sum it up real quick. He's got Metcalf, Herbert, Godwin, and Mostert. The top 5 picks are going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting. Really relying on Chris Godwin to pull through. It's kind of like a wild card, but top receiver so far in Tampa Bay for Tom Brady. Really interesting going with Justin Herbert as your first quarterback off the draft. But hey, as a Chargers fan, I got nothing against that. I'm Herbert. He's got an arm. We throwing a Keenan Allen all day, so.
If he goes off, Allen goes off, right?
Yeah. I mean, overall, he was the first to pick a defense and a kicker and a quarterback. Definitely filling up all the spots first.
Some would call it a reach, but hey, I might eat my words. They might do good. So
And you never know. I definitely, out of everyone, I think he had the biggest, the most surprising moves, right?
Yeah.
I think so. I think
Fair to
so.
say?
boom or bust.
Yeah. A lot of reach.
Risky.
Risky, but
No.
you never know.
It's a long season.
Yeah. Or it's gonna be a long season.
All right. This is a solid foundation with Kamara and Metcalf. But yeah, what do you guys think? How do you think he's gonna do this year?
I think what I saw last year when I was in the league for the first year, and what I heard from you guys talking about Manfred from the year before, it sounds like he always has the potential to just go ham and just blast out points. Even if you might not think he would that week, it sounds like he won some really surprising games and some really surprising weeks. So
He's always a wild
I
card.
think with him and knowing him personally, there's always the chance he's going to go off or make a switch at the last second and pull something off that week. Where you're how did he win that? But it seems like it's possible. I wouldn't put it past him to do really well.
No, yeah.
Yeah, his team could do well.
For sure. Same.
All right. Next, we got Team 2 is Hyrule Warriors. Mr. Mo.
Right.
That's
there.
us.
Mr. Mo.
Truth.
Mr. Mo.
I had a rough start on the draft.
Did you?
I mean, my first pick, I wasn't even online for.
You weren't even on
No, because I was
Login issues.
because you removed Valerie from the from our team
Well, yeah.
managers.
I asked him.
Not by.
Right.
It's just following through with,
Exactly. But I'm just saying you weren't just left and right removing accounts, but
I
because
think
that was
that's
the
called-
progression of things.
What's that called?
Tampering.
Tampering. You tampered.
Interference.
Interference.
No, I know. I realized that was how it was supposed to be because I'm the only one managing. But what I didn't know is all of my devices were logged in with the same email address that Valerie was using. So when I was trying to get into the draft, there was just no NFL team. I was like, "What do you mean? What in fantasy football?" Was like, "Join a league now," and I'm like, "I am in a league. What are you talking about?" I was like, "Join your first league," and I'm like, "I am in a league."
Yeah, I remember that.
And then someone's like, "What? Make out?" It was like,
It's
it felt
true,
like,
Tam.
it felt
We
like
almost-
war.
We almost
Right?
just hit the red button and we're like, stop the draft. We
Almost, because you guys were like, "What, Kamara? McCaffrey's gone. McCaffrey's gone," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" Just sitting in the middle of everything.
Yeah, because just like that, it was
Auto picked.
I
It
think,
just auto picked for me.
and I think now they Manfred too, they were quick. They didn't get how to.
They knew they
Oh
wanted.
yeah. So what they did, Manfred picked Kamara, right?
Yeah.
Then it auto picked McCaffrey, and Natalie immediately picked Cook. So the first three were gone
Yeah.
at
The
like
draft
101.
started, and like within a minute we were on Brown.
I was
Pick
already
4.
yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, I think I did make some solid choices after that, but
They were auto pick CMC. That's not the bad.
it's not. But I can't claim that choice because it just happened, you know. And
The best player
I
resigns.
would have picked Cook, so who knows what my team would have looked like.
All right, what do you pick Cook over CMC?
My intention was to pick Cook because we had him last year and he did really well. He had like a
keep
bunch
it
of
going.
games over 30.
That's
Yeah.
fair. We'll
I
see.
It's interesting this
The
year.
fantasy god spoke. We'll see.
The tampering
Please.
spoke.
Hey man,
Let's see who he hits next year. No, what do you guys think though? What do you guys
your
think?
team?
You're
Yeah.
good with McCaffrey.
With McCaffrey, if he
Oh,
stays
yeah.
if he stays healthy, you're good. You're good. Him and Cook are when they're both healthy, they're obviously two of the better running backs in the game.
They could carry your whole team.
Four's up to four's good.
I think he was
Probably
confused
very
too. I think G was confused picking Saquon Barkley.
No. Well, again, if he stays healthy, he's really good. So
That's a
we'll
big
see.
if.
Yeah, it's a big
Yeah,
if.
he's not even-
Because he's young and here he
You
tore
don't
his
even know when he's
ACL.
coming back yet. That's
He's
Saquon
back.
Barkley.
No,
He's back, but he done it. They're
He's
not
young.
giving him
He's
full
like
reps.
23. He's,
They're gonna ease him back. So we don't even know.
and
if
the
he's gonna go
Giants are a shout for the NFC East. Low key, but not really. I think Washington got it.
Yeah, Washington. I'm picking Washington there.
The top four looks good though.
Yeah, so from
Yeah,
yeah.
solid 4.
I kind of panicked on
Those are
Gasecki. I
two-
don't know why I picked
You might have the best.
You panicked on it.
I was a bit early.
Gasecki.
You're definitely
You needed a tight
contention,
end.
honestly, by having the best receiver tandem
Yeah,
with Hopkins and Ridley.
yeah.
Those
Best
two.
running back. Arguably best quarterback.
Potentially.
Top
Arguably.
two, top three.
Not
Yeah.
bad. I know Ricky got like half of the Chiefs, but at least I have solid first 4 picks, and then I'm glad I got in because it was really harsh, like picking second, and then the next pick is like 15 rounds late, like
Right.
15 picks
Yeah.
later. So a lot of stuff is gone.
But
I'm
yeah,
glad I got Hopkins and Ridley still.
those are two great.
Hopkins
Might be the best
Yeah.
receiving core, like the top 2 receivers.
Let's see how it is.
Ridley's good.
Yeah,
I-
that's
I
number
had-
1 right there.
I had really a lot of drafts. People had really and Hopkins as top 3 receivers in the league,
Look at that.
and you have 2 of them. So
All right. Well, I can only
Ridley,
pray to the
top
gods
3?
and
Yeah.
the Tamperer.
Yeah.
I've been hearing a lot of whispers about Ridley this year.
oh, really, it's gonna be
Go
good.
off.
Yeah.
Okay.
He went off last year. He did.
A lot. Some
Now
games,
it's
yeah.
just guaranteed.
Every year's different.
As long as that Matt Ryan's arm doesn't fall off. You're fine.
All right, I'll be praying,
Right.
sending him like some cream.
They have a solid team. I like Claypool in the 8th, Mike Davis in the 7th. 2 really solid picks.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember what you told me
Marvin
last
Jones.
year, where you're like, it's all about running backs. All about running backs.
right? I mean, you got the best running back. If he's healthy, he's the best, hands down.
I know you have experience in that area.
Yeah, I had McCaffrey last year. He played for me 3 weeks. I won those 3 weeks.
He's not usually.
He got injured.
He's not usually hurt either. No.
Yeah, he's pretty durable. Other than
It
last
was just
year.
last
It's
year.
durable.
Oh, he
It's
is.
like a good
Yeah.
tire
Last year was the
compound.
first year he was injured in his career.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He gets so much touches
Yeah.
that he was bound to get hurt
In
eventually.
PPR?
But
In a
in
PPR.
PPR, my
PPR?
God,
Now that he has a
he's
quarterback.
a monster.
Well,
Darnold.
Yeah, Darnold.
Yeah. Just open up the field a little bit.
Arguably, I like Robbie Anderson. He's gonna make some plays this year. He'll have some good games. And then DJ,
He's sharp.
no, DJ Moore. Yeah, Carolina's they're on paper they look like they'll be okay.
all right.
We shall see.
Right.
Next up,
Natalie.
Condors.
Natalie's team. All right.
Our newest member, welcome to the league, Natalie. Being guided by Mafford.
It's like me last year with you.
And it's gonna be good. I mean, I think Natalie had a pretty solid draft.
Cook, Kittle.
Kittle.
Johnson, Cook.
I like Gus in the 5th round. That is an RB2, solid RB2.
Mhm.
Gus Edwards.
Yeah.
Gus the Bus.
Receivers, they're not the ideal. You're relying a lot on Cup and Higgins. I think Cortland Sutton might be your second best receiver. Cup and Sutton.
Really?
That's what I think.
A very late pick. I'm
Cup is
surprised
nice.
Sutton was
Been hearing
still
a lot of
there
buzz on
round
Cup is
9.
nice.
T. Higgins. That's Joe Burrow's number 1.
Is he number 1?
Yeah.
But I mean, again, there's
Like Eddie
Marquez.
said earlier, when you're a good receiver on a bad team, a lot of weeks you'll have 20 points, and others just 2 receptions for 30 yards.
It's just that
What
division.
can I do with that?
You're going against
yeah.
Baltimore, Cleveland, and Pittsburgh twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They'll be lucky to win 4 games probably.
Yeah.
In Cincinnati, they're not quite there yet.
I mean,
Burrow looks nice.
if they had invested in their O-line, I feel much
Oh, they have the
better.
worst.
They have
By
the
far
worst
the worst
O-line.
O-line in the game.
I feel sorry for Burrow.
Burrow probably will be injured by
Four?
mid-season.
Give him a good 6 weeks, and then that whole offense will turn into like what it was last year.
Yeah. Exactly.
Should have drafted that O-line.
They should have, but they got the superstar Jamar Chase. We'll see.
I like Kittle though. I think it's gonna be between Kittle and Waller. I think they're gonna be one
Wow,
number one.
shade.
Really?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are sleeping on. There's a lot of buzz on I think on
Hey,
Waller, but I
did-
think Kittle just
did
because
Kelsey
he hasn't
pass
had a quarterback yet.
Did Kelsey just pass away, or
Whatever. There's Kelsey and then there's
did Kelsey just pass away? He doesn't exist
Sounds
anymore.
like last
I
year.
think this is the year. This is the year he's gonna drop to third.
Oh, hell.
Zeus. You treat Zeus like that?
Kittle, dude's a beast.
No, Kittle. Yeah, when healthy, he's the only person who can probably outperform Kelsey. Who has that potential?
Kittle? Yeah, he's another one though. He was injured.
I think. Because
half of this.
I think Waller's much safer because he's more consistent. But
he's
if
younger
you-
and more durable.
Yeah, but if you compare athletic potential, Kittle's the only one who can match Kelsey.
Yeah,
Yeah, that guy jumps
and
over people and
it's crazy
tosses
because he
people.
blocks a lot too. Kittle for
Mhm.
that offense, man, he's a great blocker.
And if they switch to Trey Lance, which I know they will, they're going to become more of like a run offense. And they're
Just to
gonna
ease
feed,
him.
and they're going to feed Kittle.
Yeah,
Just
it's
to
gonna be
ease
the
him.
option right away.
Yeah, Mostert will eat for sure.
We'll see. All right. I mean, overall solid, right, by Natalie.
Mm.
Tampa Bay defense. Yeah, I like that. And the kicker, Matt Gay. I'm reaching, but yeah.
We're children.
All right. G. Right?
Team.
Yep. Bay Area.
Area
The
G.
team.
They're the team. G's team. How do you do, G?
Tell us.
Tell us, G,
Tell
how
us,
did
G.
you do?
How do you do? How do you feel about that Saquon pick in
Justify.
number 4?
Just a very picks.
He took
Saquon's
Saquon.
good, but over Henry, dang.
Saquon over Henry and Zeke
And
That's
Devontae.
crazy.
and Devontae.
And Aaron.
And Tyreek.
And Tyreek.
Hill.
I know you're such a
mean,
Giants fan, G.
Man.
I also didn't know that Ricky asked people beforehand to just leave the Chiefs. Just don't pick
I know,
the
right?
Chiefs.
Everyone lift the Chiefs on my plate.
Did you pay him off or something?
I like
No.
Gibson though.
Yeah.
Gibson's nice.
Gibson's good.
We had Justin Jefferson last year, and I remember
Jefferson.
we started him like almost the entire year, I think, and
He's
he's
super
very
nice.
decent.
He's got a tough
I know, you're telling me, right?
Yeah.
The Eagles drafted last year another Jalen Rager instead of Jefferson.
Oh,
That would change lives right there.
That's a shame.
we
Rodgers in the
picked
seventh.
Ruggs
Yeah.
4th overall. I mean, how do you think we feel? I wanted CD Lamb so bad. And he's
CeeDee
really
Lamb.
good too.
T-Lon's a superstar. Dude.
Yeah, he's gonna be.
And
Yeah, G.
Fine with
Yeah,
that.
good job, G.
Brandon
John
Ayuk.
Smith might be something. He might do
Swift.
something.
Oh, you got Ayuk?
He's got Galladay just
Yeah.
for shits and giggles.
That's true. We were like talking. I was like, why is he questionable in the end? And then
Like,
he just
Galladay's
picks him
got a lot
out.
of
Galladay.
upside.
It's because he's the number 1 receiver on it.
Yeah.
Decent team, bad team.
Giants, yeah.
And he's when you're your team's number 1 option, you're gonna get fucking double teamed. So
Some upside play with Sony Michelle.
yeah, with the
He
Rams,
could take over.
maybe.
Hope not. Because I got Henderson.
I know you were so hyped
We'll
about
see.
that too.
We'll see.
I love Henderson. I know he's not gonna last, but I'll take every week I can get. Well, we get tight end, Johnny Smith. You don't know who's gonna be the tight end in New England. Is it Johnny
Hammer
Smith
Hunter.
or Hunter Henry?
I mean, they gave him the bag, but that doesn't mean.
That's right. You got a big.
And they
team.
got a rookie quarterback now, so
So does that mean potentially he has a non-starting tight end?
no, he's gonna start him, especially since he drafted him so early. Well, not early, but
4th last.
13th. No, 13th is not early, but
No.
yeah, Johnny Smith
There's a
doesn't.
lot of noise about him though at the end of last season. He was just hurt a lot.
Yeah, I mean he's got. If they throw the balls at him, he's gonna be solid. But I have no idea what that New England offense is gonna be.
Dude's like huge, no?
Johnny. Yeah, he's a big guy.
I
a big
mean,
target.
overall, definitely solid, right? That running back tandem, Barkley. If Barkley plays, it's gonna be well worth it.
Mhm.
That's really the biggest factor.
Saquon.
If Barkley is even like 80% of his former himself, it's well worth it.
All right.
Oh yeah, 6'3", 250.
Are you looking up?
Big.
It's a big dude. He's supposed to be super athletic.
250.
That's kind of the mold I was.
So yeah,
thinking
when I
they
had Saquon last, I was watching the game with Alex when he went down when they hit him in his knee. I was just like, because I had he was my number 1 pick, remember?
Oh yeah,
And
yeah.
that's just like,
I knew that was rough.
so it's
That
like
was
curtains on my season.
Week 3 curtains. All right.
Team 5.
So hopefully he can
Team
stay
five.
healthy.
Bye week.
Moving on to
Bye week,
T5.
Georgie. My boy Georgie.
How do you do,
How do you feel, George?
I like my team a lot. Yeah. Derrick Henry, I mean, he chose,
Enough
for me, they got
said.
Barkley, so it
Enough
was
said.
a lot. It was an easy pick. Just go with King Henry,
That's automatic.
give him the ball, and I'm going to be giving him the ball.
Tennessee is a dark horse.
I like it. There's a
Super
couple
Bowl.
picks on there that
Sure.
I know a couple people would have wanted. Michael Thomas is one of those that stands out.
Well, if he comes back
Yeah.
healthy, man, that's the steal
Yeah,
of the draft.
that's a big thing right there. Is how, but if once
When did you get him?
9.
so I like him. Kyle Pitts is another one as a tight end that you've been hearing kind of a lot of buzz around.
The highest tight end drafted ever. Right?
Yeah. And then as far as he's in a system where it's like a run heavy, tight end friendly with Arthur Smith. So
Yeah,
hopefully
they're
they're talking about using him as a wideout. So hopefully
There you go. He'll get his touches.
Jonathan Taylor and Chris Carson.
I had to go with a homer pick at some point, right? So I went with Jalen Hurts.
He's your quarterback.
There's always some fandom in
Bruh.
this fantasy. Yeah.
Hurts had his moments, you know. He finished
Yeah,
top 10.
let's
Hurts
hope it's
your
not.
team.
I'm gonna have to hit up one of
It
these.
doesn't hurt your team. Yeah, no.
Well, I got an empty spot now that I can. Now that I move
He can just.
Michael Thomas to the bench. I'm to the
IR.
IR. There's a couple quarterbacks on there that I'm already looking at.
So about Reca. I remember hearing about him last year.
Yeah, he's supposed to be right now. There's a lot of camp buzz on him.
I guess rookie
That's
curse, so
number one.
he's got to go off.
So hopefully they will. I mean, with the Eagles, they don't got that much wide receivers right now. So hopefully one of these guys will hit. Other than that, I mean,
Amon Ross and Brown.
that's the guy that you were looking for, right?
Yeah.
That was good.
The one I saw on YouTube.
Some people say
He's a
he's going
sleeper.
to be
He's
the
gonna be
weapon.
for Detroit.
It's Detroit's number one weapon,
Yeah.
so we'll see. Overall, I mean, I like it. I wish I would have gone a little bit earlier in quarterback, but I mean, at that point,
You guys saw that running
gotta
backs.
take what you get.
You're set at running back.
Set running back, and then you drafted
Yeah.
a lot of receivers.
That's
So-
usually my strategy. Is I'll go running back heavy, lock them in, and then there's always wide receiver depth. So just kind of get them in at the end.
Mhm.
But your quarterback's always like your unsung hero.
Mhm.
If you don't get one of the top ones, you're obviously not gonna. You're gonna every week
Yeah.
probably who's on waivers or whatever. Pray someone does good consistently.
I like Terry McLaurin too. Honestly, I think he's
Washington?
underrated. He's got a lot of upside.
He's a good receiver.
Yeah.
Washington's a nice team.
Let's see.
Them and Tennessee are gonna do pretty well.
Tennessee's stacked.
Yeah.
They got-
Oh yeah. For sure, dogging that division,
yeah.
AFC South.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think you have probably the most like I think, traditional
Mhm.
style of drafting, and just I know it's gonna work.
The quarterback can just pray.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. It's just the wild card right there, the quarterback. I mean, it can hit or it can not. There's a lot of rushing yards that you can get.
Yeah,
a lot
Hurts.
more
Hurts.
things like that.
Yeah.
He's got the talent, that's for sure.
But it's not
There's a lot of good quarterbacks still on the waiver wire. Not many teams had two quarterbacks. Actually, I think every team had two quarterbacks.
No,
Actually.
Andrew only has one.
I know, but most of the teams had two
Oh, most of
quarterbacks.
If you think about quarterbacks,
There's
it's
like three.
Jameis Winston
Four.
is available.
yeah, that's why it's like Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence. is
Yeah.
available.
Trevor Lawrence.
There's a couple people on there that can definitely just play them on a
Kirk
week-to-week
Cousins as
basis, and then
Yeah.
George, Edwin, and Andrew all only have one quarterback. It's actually four. I mean, it's
Playing
4 out of
chess,
10. That's
bro.
almost half the teams only have one quarterback.
Drew's gonna be streaming.
So I'm sure. So next is team 6, right?
Yep.
Yo,
Shadow Band, Big Ballers.
Speaking of quarterbacks, I can't believe Josh Allen was the 5th quarterback off the board.
Right?
it's
Nuts.
top 2 thing.
Freaking
Yeah,
nuts.
top 2 consensus drafts, ADP.
I think I saw him there and had to grab him.
That's a good pick in the 4th.
Devontae, had to go Devontae. I usually go running back first, but after last year, I'm not picking Zeke.
Yeah, no. Off year.
That's fair.
I mean, I like the top four. The top
Eddie-
four
Eddie
is
took
usually you
I was
can.
glad I took him.
He's like happy you didn't.
I'm glad.
But then I'm happy because then I ended up with Josh Jacobs and Miles Gaskin. They're all right.
I think what your first 4 picks are easily. Each one of them can easily be like top 3.
Yeah.
Adams can be top 3 wide receiver. Darren Waller it's going to be top 3. Josh Allen's going to be top 3 as well as AJ Brown can be top 3 depending.
If he keeps
So it's a solid start, and then Jacobs, popular pick. A couple people here wanted to get him.
And I remember
Get throw that in there.
going off, and then
I
everybody else
wanted
was like,
Jacobs. I'm like,
Everyone wanted Jacobs.
after Gaskin, they're all like flies. Like Jerry Judy might go off, Antonio Brown might, Fuller might,
You picked 5
Shit,
receivers back to back.
Bernard might,
Dice-
Waddle
dice
might.
roll.
It's a dice roll. Hey, if 2 of them hit, that's
Eight
a,
total.
Yeah.
if one of them hits, that's
He just needs one of them. He's starting one of them.
if one of them's a consistent, 15, 20 points. There you go.
You never know. They all have the upside. I think
Fuller was going crazy at the end of last
Right.
year. Brown is crazy.
they're
in
pretty
all
similar.
ways.
Like these are like legit dart throw receivers where they can go off for like 60-yard touchdowns at any moment. Like Jerry Judy has the speed, Antonio Brown has the mastery, of route running. Will Fuller's got the speed. Cooks is the only weapon in Houston,
Mhm.
and then Chanel Jr. He's got to compete against like DJ Moore, right? But no, Jackson was there's not much going on.
Marvin Jones.
Marvin
and
Jones, right?
Shark.
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 So we'll see.
Baby
That-
Shark Jr.
Baby Shark Jr. That's
Yeah.
right.
Jalen Waddle, top pick.
Yeah, Waddle too. A lot of upside. Speed. Yeah, a lot of speed on your receivers, man. Definitely.
And then I'm betting Murray comes back as the handcuff.
And that
See
battle,
what happens with that.
that battle
That was a
for
fly
the,
bet.
for the handcuff.
With Tony Jones Jr. over here.
Well, yeah.
And the man of the hour.
Am I next?
Yeah.
Is that me?
The commish.
There's no Kings. All right. I'm really happy with how this turned out. I had Zeke in another league last year because I know how that felt. He finished as like a top 20 running back when you expect a top 10. But I don't know. I just feel really excited when I saw him like in literally great shape. He's running around people. He's jumping over people like in free. I know it's all preseason, but I don't know. I'm like
And Hard Knocks.
yeah, and Hard Knocks. So if Zeke can just flash, what he's normally done, he'll be solid. It usually comes down to the whole Dak. If Dak is fine, then Zeke is gonna be great. Then I normally go with like a 2 running back, but I wanted to get some upside receivers because in the past I always miss out on those like huge receivers that can go off. And I ended up going with Diggs and Keenan Allen, which I know, any Josh Allen owner knows how much he likes Diggs. Diggs gets fed a lot, and it's pretty similar with Allen too. Actually, it's like the only big receiving weapon on that team. They're both pretty similar in my eyes. And then Montgomery's a solid RB2. It's a safe pick. I was happy to get him in the 4th. And Jacobs got a snipe for me.
Oh, that's why the stole my pick is there?
Yeah, and Ridley too. Both of us had it.
I mean, he wouldn't have fallen to me if you were going to.
No, I had him queued up, and
Yeah, me
I
too.
was I was happy to get in the 3rd good running back, but I had to choose between like Robinson, Evans, and Cooper, and I went with Robinson. He's the number 1 weapon in Chicago, and if Justin Fields comes out, he'll have an arm to really maximize his potential. And then played safe with the Mark Andrews pick. Wanted a good tight end you could rely on. And then what I think is the steal for me was Henderson at the 7. Honestly, he's the only running back in the Rams. Rams always get to the goal line. One of the best offenses in the league is the Rams, and I think Stafford's gonna be an upgrade over Goff. And yeah, I'm excited for Henderson. Even if he only lasts like half the season, I'll take that. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I think you spent a lot of time playing with like draft strategies and compiling things and really laying out because it's not even the only league you're playing in, right?
We're all in multiple leagues.
You got money on the line, so I feel like you have it pretty figured out. And I think last year you were just hit
Drafted safe.
by a bit of bad luck. Like if McCaffrey hadn't gone down after 3 games last year, you'd have probably been in the top 3 teams in the end.
Try. I took a risk at the end with Trey Lance. That was my biggest.
Still solid. I mean, you got a veteran and then you got a rookie in case they come up rising. So it's always a good pick at the end. solid overall. I like that James Conner one. That was someone I was thinking about going for at the end. I thought he would be kind of like a sleeper. They got him from Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And then it's like they got a 2 week back. I know with Kenyon Drake, but sometimes Kenyon Drake pops off and sometimes it just disappears from the lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So I do like the James Conner pickup late, especially late.
I skipped over him. I was gonna get him in the 12th, and I was like, he might be there later. And I couldn't pass it up at 14.
Not bad.
I like Pittman too.
Carson Wentz likes a big body.
No.
Yeah, Jefferson,
Anyway,
Alshon. So now Michael Pittman. There's some buzz around him. Should be a good pick.
since Hilton's out too.
So we'll see. Hopefully Wentz can pop off there. It'll be good for the Eagles too.
Yeah,
now
no,
we get a first round pick out of it.
Right.
Oh yeah, if he does good.
It's based off of him playing.
Oh.
It's kind of like if he plays maybe like half of the season or something like that.
Nice. Yeah, you guys traded him for like a
We got a second round out of
second
him,
round.
and then if he plays good, then no, not plays good. If he plays
A
just
certain amount of
games,
games.
yeah, then
It turns to a first. Yeah. Good for y'all.
Sweet. Moving on to
Next
team 8.
up,
Dunder Mifflin. Drew, you still there?
Don't look like it.
Don't leave now, Drew.
No, I think he's been gone for a while. I don't care. Should we text him like you're on?
Right. For Drew, he started off with Aaron Jones, Najee Harris, James Robinson, and Miles Sanders. 4 running backs, back to back to back.
that's nice. Solidify the running backs.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that.
The only one who did that.
He's gonna probably start all 4 of those,
Yeah, in our league you can start that many.
right, with the double flex.
And yeah, in a regular league that's insanity, but
In our league.
Not in our league.
It's another day. What's crazy though is like I think Mike Evans and Lockett fell to the 5th and 6th,
Yeah, that's nuts. Mike Evans is a beast.
especially, right?
And Lockett, he had like 2 50-point games last year. I'm like, what? That came out of nowhere.
I like the Damian Harris pick. Now that the Patriots named Mac Jones as a starter,
Yeah.
then they're going to definitely give. I think they can. Well, that if
Is he their starting running back?
I think so.
likely.
But they are always a committee. Like, they always have 3 running
Now that
backs.
Cam's not there, then now all those goal line carries are going to be handed off to Damian Harris.
Nice. But yeah, Evans, Lockett, that's not bad. I mean, he didn't pick a quarterback until the last round.
True.
Baker, not bad.
Huh?
He was
solid.
available around
Yeah.
16.
He's solid.
Yeah, you can see Drew's strategy. Pick a running back, pick decent running receivers, then pick a solid tight end, and then go to town with any receiver you can get. And you saw how
You
deep.
just pray for your
Yeah.
quarterback.
I think Gallup in the 12 is pretty crazy. And Jacoby Myers, too. He's got a lot of
Jacoby, he's a sleeper.
Yeah.
I think that's
A
job.
lot of people are talking about him.
Looks like Baker Mayfield is the 15th quarterback to be picked in our league.
Really.
Yeah. 15th out of 16.
16 were picked.
Yeah, 16 quarterbacks. Matt Ryan, 16.
Sanders I was hearing has upside. So those 4 running backs are pretty solid, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. The 4 starting running backs on any team. And I like Najee Harris, I think, the most out of all those. I think he's got a lot of potential. They're just going to feed him all day. It's going to be like Le'Veon Bell all over again.
Lights, Kamara action, team 9.
Wow, what's there to say? My season goes or
How the
fails
Chiefs
with
go.
the Chiefs.
I can't believe
If the
that.
Chiefs go 14-3 and light up the league again, hey, I'm eating.
You're going 14.
But if they go 14-3 and they rest all their starters, week 17, I'm
Right.
screwed. So
I said do it, but I was just kidding.
I've done
I
a lot of
do.
mock drafts. I didn't know this was possible,
yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, well, after Devontae for sure is the best receiver, fantasy receiver. Tyreek for sure is the best number 2. After that, it can be Diggs and Hopkins.
You and Madison are the only ones with 2 stickers.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised you actually got Noah Fant so late.
Yeah, he's a sleeper.
Yeah.
After
Young
Kelsey, because Kelsey was injured a little last year too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Or was it the year before?
Kelsey is 2 years ago.
Yeah. Okay. So
That's the thing about the sleep too. There's a 2 tight end that you can possibly play, right?
yeah.
If they have matchups.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my receivers after Tyreek, I got Amari. He's hit and miss, but that Cowboys offense is going to be pretty good. So Robbie, OBJ, and Ruggs and Hollywood Brown. I mean, if one of those 4, one per every week, I can start consistently. And Washington's one of the better defenses in the league. Ron Rivera, man, great coach. And I got Young Ho. Young Ho. And
Almost
and
in
Matty
the-
Ice for week 12 when Mahomes was on ice.
No, yeah, this is solid.
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 Right? Yeah.
Snapped in for me.
It's pretty good. It's either going to go, boom or bust. Chiefs are they're going to do well, so I
Yeah.
have no doubt
So
about
there's
that.
no question about that.
Like Mahomes at the end of round 3 might be the steal.
But I have Mahomes in another league, and I had him in 2 last year. I guess I really love Mahomes. he's his stats are always great, but for whatever reason, fantasy, it's always like 25 points. Like you expect more, right?
But you have him
35.
and
He's got
Hill.
the potential for more.
You got
Yeah.
Mahomes and Hill.
He has and
Actually,
I have all his weapons.
We saw that.
But there's always a chance Hardman has 3 touchdowns, or who's not Sammy
No,
Watkins, but the other guy they have.
You better hope he doesn't go down.
Oh,
Like
man.
he,
Oh yeah, it's,
he took Andrew's strategy from last year.
what's
Andrew had Mahomes and Hill,
Yeah.
and he
Yeah.
won weeks just with that.
Yeah, just like
Yeah,
just
it was
like-
insane.
I hated the weeks where I was matched up against them.
because if Tyreek goes up, if Tyreek goes off, that means they both.
You're guaranteed like 50 points just off those 2.
And what's good about that is if he's not feeding Tyreek, he's feeding other people. So Mahomes is always gonna get his
You didn't
points.
get points from some.
But when Tyreek has his 8 catches for 250, 3 tugs, like you're not gonna stop that. And they haven't been able to stop him yet. So we'll see.
4 Chiefs, Cooper, and a Bronco.
Yeah.
2 Broncos.
2 Broncos.
Oh, my first 4, 5,
Oh.
6. My first 6 were.
You couldn't be more anti-Raider.
I tried. Well, you didn't allow me. I wanted.
He did take.
Well, I had the chance to pick Jacobs, but I picked Edwards-Helaire. Of
course.
That's my screw up.
Of course.
Wait.
Yup.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's committed to the Chiefs, son.
He did it.
could have had
He really did it.
Sanders or
Yeah.
Montgomery.
Yeah. I mean,
Could have had Mixon.
I don't know.
Edwards-Helaire.
Yeah.
But he was injured a little last year, so.
And had Bell just come out of nowhere.
Bell out of nowhere. He didn't play that
Yeah.
much, but. Yeah,
Maybe
we'll see. I'm happy with it.
Clyde's a good pick, I think.
OBJ, another breakout season. He's back. Type season.
He's not hurt. That hip, he always had that hip issue.
Open. Those are one of my favorite players right there.
Yeah, for sure.
Hill and Kels, though. That's crazy. And Mahomes.
Hill, Kelsey, Mahomes. It's crazy enough to work. It's crazy. It literally is crazy
Think
enough
about
to work.
it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I don't think you can do that in any other
It's
team.
crazy enough to work. I didn't come here planning saying I'm picking all Chiefs. I did want Mahomes. I was planning on reaching maybe for him because what I like to, because I'm in so many leagues, I like having like some consistently the same, not just all
Same players.
this like different players. Like, because that's more games up to actually pay attention to. But
It's interesting too that Justin Herbert and Lamar Jackson got picked before Mahomes.
that's what I'm saying.
This is the only league
That's what I'm saying.
that I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah.
Probably the
That's,
only-
I just realized
It's the only thing
too.
it
I'm like,
will.
he wasn't even the first QB to be picked.
Well, we saw
Herbert, Allen's the
Mahomes
fifth
is the
quarterback.
third
Herbert-
quarterback off.
Herbert was the 21st player overall. I was like, what? Wait, what?
It's crazy to think.
And when I saw Manfred,
I thought I was a Chargers
Ravers, I
fan.
was like, yeah, I thought you were going to do
I thought I
something
was
like
Chargers
that.
fan.
Take him in the 3rd round or something, which he was, but
Nah,
early.
I like not a third. Sorry. Yeah, dude, live or die, the Chiefs, right?
I see him. I'm in Andy Reid's hands now. Last but certainly not least,
Mr. Riley's
Riley is 31 Niners.
31 Niners.
31.
Oh, yeah, what's the consensus on pronunciation? I heard Eddie say the 319ers.
Oh.
31
That's right.
Niners. Like, what's the consensus? Do we have any?
Isn't that the area code?
319ers.
319.
That sounds pretty. That rolls. That rolls.
Okay, so there's no like, oh, he said this is how it's pronounced. Nothing like that.
No. Well,
Alright.
we've never heard him say it.
Oh, you should ask.
Riley, you got to jump on and say it.
How do you
Yeah.
say your team?
Send us an audio
How do you say
recording.
it?
319ers maybe.
Or 31 Niners.
319.
The
So,
319ers.
319ers.
So
Yeah,
he has 3 RB1s without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. He's not going to have to worry about running back unless they get injured. But
Eckler, Chubb.
CeeDee Lamb is a superstar in the making.
Yeah.
Thielen is a beast. Julio, I mean,
See if you can bounce back.
he's not going to be fed as much as he was in Atlanta, but hey, he'll be.
I think
Decent with
at
Tennessee.
worst he's a WR2.
Yeah, he'll have his 30-point games here and there, but who's there? AJ Brown. I think he'll have a better fantasy season than him
Yeah.
for sure.
Too good.
AJ Brown's a beast.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And then Prescott and Wilson back to back. I mean, I wouldn't do that personally, but
He's probably gonna trade. I feel like this.
but the thing with that, you because if they both go off, yeah, that's great. But no one really trades for quarterbacks nowadays because you don't get the value that you think you'd get.
Mhm.
Because if Wilson and Prescott are getting 30 points every week, it's not like you're going to get Stephon Diggs for one. It doesn't work like that. I mean,
Yeah, it's usually something where you draft a quarterback high. And then
yeah. I mean, if he got just Wilson, or if he got maybe
Oh, you could go through.
Yeah.
Judy instead of Prescott and
Wilson.
Wilson's for sure. Wilson's going to go through good. So.
I didn't want to interrupt. So.
No,
Poopy
you're
diaper.
Okay, sorry.
Say hi to the baby.
Shut up.
We got to poop the diaper.
DEFCON 1, DEFCON 1, yes.
Defcon. Devontae Smith. That's a good, solid pickup. He's going to be
I like almost every pick he made.
Mhm.
And where he made it.
Let's go.
Deebo Samuel's nice. San Francisco defense. I had them in 3 leagues last year, but they ate shit because all the injuries. But they're healthy this year, so we'll see. But the NFC West, that's got to be the best division in the game right now, or most
Yeah.
competitive.
No, yeah. No,
All 4 are pretty good.
no doubt.
Rams, Cards,
Yeah. Seahawks.
Seahawks, and the Niners.
Yeah, we got a few teams with 2 defenses, huh?
Interesting.
I like Buffalo too. They got a good defense.
Yeah,
Solid overall. Definitely. Maybe
that
the
could be a
best.
sweeper, that's for sure. If Eckler and Chubb go off, then yeah, he'll be good.
And Eckler, yeah, they will.
I bet.
Confident.
I say
No, I-
want them to. Huh?
I don't want them to, but I know they will.
Yeah.
Chubb is. If Chubb didn't have Kareem Hunt, he'd be in the top 3 of running backs in the league without a doubt.
And well, even with him, he's still their number.
Yeah,
five,
he's
like-
still a top 10 with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Without him, like if it'd be him or Cook or McCaffrey.
Yeah, he's super talented. And Mixon is really good too. He's our RB1. I should have got him, but
I wanted him to drop, but I like him a lot. I like Mixon a lot.
yeah.
I can't disagree more. I hate Mixon.
That's how I feel about Chris Carson.
Chris Carson. Well, I wanted Mixon to drop.
I gave him 2 years. Last 2 years, I picked him in a couple leagues. And I'm like, oh, let's see how you do. Nothing.
He's always ranked
I'm really
higher than he
impressed.
performs, right? Why is that?
Yeah, I was planning on picking Mixon with the 3rd, but I just felt like I needed at least a wide receiver 1.
Yeah, and
It's just-
Taylor was a first round pick, like
Yeah.
universally by all leagues, I guess. But
Yeah.
I don't see it. I had him last year. He was a rookie, but I mean, he did okay in some games, but he was injured a lot too.
But Taylor's an RB2 is very, very solid.
Oh yeah, you got Henry, so you're good there.
So you guys
Carson, not down shading your whole team right now.
It's like, watch out who's the next team. So who do you guys give the top three
Let's see.
as far as draft performance?
I like the 319ers. Just
Yeah,
off the
they're-
bat.
At the top of my head, they're top three. Let's see who's number one, though. For sure, top three is Silicon. 319ers.
Like, we're all bias aside. Like,
Hey, I'll
you
buy
know,
us a side.
yeah.
You know what? I like Mo's team, too. Because Kyler Murray, he's
Yeah.
sick on fantasy, so. And McCaffrey, if he stays healthy, that's enough said. That's 30, 40 points every week.
Love Hopkins.
And Ridley, I guess apparently you guys are saying there's shouts about him being really good. So
He finished as a top 5 last year.
did he?
Yeah, and he started behind Julio.
Because
and Julio
He
was
had so
most-
many of those 2 receptions for 15 yards. I'm like, oh my god, why did I start him? And then the weeks I didn't start, I pulled him. Obviously, the freaking 50
Like
points.
the 2 weeks he didn't go
Yeah.
And I would be more than happy to somewhat redeem myself from last year.
And when you got Hopkins and Murray. So every time you see
Yeah.
that Hopkins 50-yard touchdown, you know,
Get the
threw it.
stack.
Yeah.
That's there you go.
I don't got 4.
That's the
I don't have a
That's the
4
second
stack.
best. That's the second best stack in my opinion, behind Hill and
Tyreek.
Mahomes.
Oh
I
yeah.
don't like Shunt
And
Off a little
Kelsey.
bit.
Dunder Mifflin, yeah, those running backs were solid.
Well, there is a reason.
I'd rather have because I'm really light at running back. If Edwards Hilaire's injured for a couple weeks, I'm fucked.
I guess there is a reason Andrew's name is on this trophy.
He did win it. Smart man.
Last year.
Potential. Man. Nice.
Should we talk about the matchups for week 1?
Yeah, I'd say I want to cut it and then do another video for that.
Oh yeah,
This show is not like too long. This one's already like 45 minutes.
it is. It is indeed. Okay, so I guess we won't talk about the matchups.
So we'll say,
Save it?
matchups coming up next. No, maybe we can do it right now.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna take a little break.
Yeah,
We
we can
can
talk
break.
right now a bit too.
Okay.
All right.
So you guys can give the top 3 drafts to Riley, Mo, and Andrew. I feel good about that.
Decent.
I would say me, Mo, and Drew. Just saying.
You, Mo, and Drew.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like
think
Ricky
Riley's-
did a really good job
I think Ricky.
with my
But-
limited
but-
understanding of fantasy football.
Unfortunately, on paper they'll do good, but if
Record-wise.
one injury, man, I'm totally screwed. So that's why I'm like the ultimate, like the lottery. If I'm gonna go hard, or I'm gonna go really. It's gonna go bad.
You'll be fine. I think you'll be fine.
But Mahomes has always been healthy, so I can't.
For you, Ricky, your biggest is the running backs.
Yeah, if Edwards goes down, I'm just praying
That's
every
it.
week on waivers. I'm wagering $100 or 100 fantasy.
Yeah, because that's
$8.
embarrassing.
The balloons.
Yeah, AJ Dillon upside if Jones goes down, but Michael Carter could
It's
be.
just two running backs, right? That's all you
You
have.
got 2 upside running backs with Dillon and Javante Williams.
What's that? Well, Dylan's a hack.
Williams has been getting shouts on, fantasy
He
shows.
was
and
drafted
whatnot.
People are saying
number
he's-
1, right? AJ Dillon
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same with Javante Williams, number 1 this year for the Broncos.
All right.
We shall see.
We shall see. All right, guys, wrap it up there. That was our draft recap. If you guys watch this to the end, you're amazing.
Hey. See you in the next one.
Good draft. Good luck.
Made the
Nice.
best.